Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you really needed a flashlight and you actually had one on hand? How's it going, everybody? I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny, and today we're going to be venturing on to the shiny side of things. And let me know in the comment section down below, when was the last time that you were very grateful that you actually had a flashlight on hand? While you're down there, if you could smack up that like button, let YouTube know that you appreciate EDC content. Today, we're going to be talking about the brand new Olight Warrior Mini 3. This is a flashlight that just released in time for Olight's summer sale. They reached out and said, hey, would you like to be a part of telling the good people out there what's going on with our sale? And I said, yeah. Send it my way. I love this kind of stuff, and I know that you do too. So we're going to go over the good, we're going to go over the bad, we're going to talk about the details, the nitty-gritty. I'll do a beam test, so make sure to stick around for that. Guys, this is the Olight Warrior Mini 3. Let's check it out. So first and foremost, I definitely want to thank Olight for including me in this sale, this summer sale madness that they've got going on. And guys, in case you want to buy something from the Olight store that's not part of their summer sale, feel free to use code REDC, that's code REDC, to get an extra 10% off anyways. So thanks Olight, definitely appreciate it. Just so you guys know as well, for a limited time, part of this sale, and it's limited because they do have a limited stock, brand new customers will be getting an i3 EOS, and returning customers will be getting this IR2 Pro. Both of these are pretty sweet little keychain lights. The i3 EOS has a max of 90 lumens, runtime of 40 minutes, and then of course the i1R2 Pro has 180 lumens, 23 minutes. So the real star of the show today is the new Olight Warrior Mini 3. Now, I don't have a Olight Warrior Mini 2 to compare this against, but I did my homework. And because not everything has changed between the Olight Warrior Mini 2 and the Warrior Mini 3, a lot of things have changed. Some things that are the same, we'll start there. This still has 1750 lumens, and it still has an IPX8 water dust proof rating. So yeah, those are the things that are the same. However, other things have changed. Now I've cheated. It's already out of the box. If you guys have seen Olight's packaging before, you've seen it 1,000 times, you know that it's good. They have this premium look and feel. And also something that I really enjoy is the fact that you get a life-size picture of the product on the cover. That's pretty cool. And it's also very accurate. Just check out how accurate that is. Some things that have changed. No longer can you just pop the clip on the bottom. And that is honestly something that I don't know how many people would use. I think that the clip position here is actually the position that I would carry it in. I really enjoy the fact that you can get a really nice deep carry on this, and you can also use it to clip to the brim of your hat. They've redesigned this tail switch, and unlike something like, for example, the Olight Baton 3 Pro Max, where it's just a magnetic tail cap, on this one, it's a magnetic tail switch. So yes, you can still charge your flashlight through this switch. In fact, that's how you charge it. And other than that, they've redesigned it. This is marginally smaller than the Olight Warrior Mini 2 by a tiny amount. But when you compare it up against, say, the Olight Baton 3 Pro Max, you'll see that it is more than just marginally smaller. It is what I would consider to be significantly smaller. And I love the Olight Baton 3 Pro Max. I think that this flashlight is amazing. A very, very powerful flashlight. However, it is large in size, and that does make it harder to carry, at least in my pocket. This is definitely a flashlight that I'd throw in my glove box or in my armrest of my car. This is actually a light that hits a nice range because it's still very pocket friendly. And you could also still throw it in the, glove box of your car. So it's a nice medium size. Also, they have this beautiful blue fading to black on this aluminum casing, and they do a really good job with that. This is a beautiful looking flashlight. Olight knows what they're doing. It also has this crenellation here on the tip of the flashlight. You could use this, as a force multiplier, if you're in a situation where you need to defend and you just want to have a force multiplier. Yeah, you could do that. The Warrior Mini 3 is actually advertised as a tactical option, and I can't help but see it because I really love the fact that not only do you have the traditional button right here, but you also have that tail switch. The tail switch is really cool, and especially if you're handling something like a pistol at the same time, this is going to make that possible. So that tail switch is awesome, and the tail switch is also multifunctional. You see, you can do a short press for a medium beam, or you can do a big press for the turbo. And the turbo is nice because you can just shine a ton of light, all 1750 lumens, all at once. Now, if you're wondering about the run times on here, they've got them listed right here. The turbo mode is good for about 2 minutes, and then it steps down to 210 lumens for 30 minutes. Or if you're on high, it'll be at 500 lumens for 215 minutes before it steps down to 200 lumens for 30 minutes. And something that is different between the Olight Mini 3 and the Mini 2 is that the Warrior 3 has 14,400 candela, whereas the Warrior Mini 2 only had 12,300. I know, I say only, but they're both still pretty phenomenal flashlights. And also, by the way, you can get a really good deal on a Warrior Mini 2 right now, which is also on sale during their summer sale. So, keep an eye out for that. If you wanted a Warrior Mini 2, that might be a really good price to get one at right now. You'll notice that the moon setting is good for 100 days. The Warrior Mini 2 had a 45-day runtime on the moonlight setting, and so that is massively increased. That's more than 100% increase on the lowest setting. Now, I don't personally get a whole lot of use out of the moon setting on these flashlights. When I need a flashlight, and I like to see where I'm going. Now, I am going to do a beam test on this light, and I'm going to compare it to my Olight Baton 3 Pro Max because this is the most comparable light that I have. Something that I do want to mention right out of the bag is that, yes, the Olight Baton 3 Pro Max is a more powerful light, but I do feel like this light, the Warrior Mini 3, is more purpose-driven. It's a little sleeker. It's a little more carry-friendly. It's got this beam that is very focused. It's very focused, whereas on the Baton 3 Pro Max, it is more of a floodlight. And I'm going to highlight that here in my beam test. So bear with me for a second while we go ahead and pull up the beam test, and I'll let you decide for yourself. Do you like the more focused beam on the Warrior Mini 3, or do you prefer more of a floodlight on the Baton 3 Pro Max? Personally, for the record, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these lights. I think they're both awesome. But again, I do feel like the Warrior Mini 3 is more purpose-driven. Let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and roll the tape. Now, you may have seen the fireworks in the background. That is because I did record my beam test over the 4th of July, because why not? I felt like it would be cool to have in the background of the beam test So maybe you enjoyed a little bit of patriotic celebration. I know that I do. Let's go over some basic functions of the flashlight. To get it to turn on from a dead off, you just simply press and hold, and it'll go to a moonlight mode on the light. If you press and hold and stay on moonlight, it'll shut off, and that'll turn it into lockout mode. Now, once you're on moonlight mode, you can release it, press and hold again, and it'll go to low. Press and hold again, go to medium, press and hold again, high, and then of course, if you double tap real quick, it'll go to turbo. And if you triple tap, it'll go to the strobe light. Everyone likes a little bit of party time. How about a little bit of techno music for your flashlight? The strobe, if you're wondering, maybe you're new to flashlights or maybe you don't understand the application, the strobe actually could be considered a tactical feature. If you're trying to blind someone, I can tell you that strobe is extremely disorienting, or at least that's what my wife told me when I went ahead and tested it out. Also, I could see it for emergency situations, guys. The tail cap is phenomenal because not only is it a switch, but it's also magnetic, and that's fantastic. If you've ever been stuck on the side of the road at night with your car and you need to check the engine bay, holding a flashlight when you want to use both hands is kind of annoying, and so it's pretty cool to be able to just stick this on the underside of your hood and let it run. And with the phenomenal run times of this flashlight, it means that you're not going to be left out in the dark. Also, I really enjoy the fact that Olight does a phenomenal job on their fit and finish. Their build quality is second to none. If you don't believe me, just go ahead and look on YouTube for durability tests on these lights. People have dropped them off of buildings, they've run over them with trucks, they've put them in fully submerged situations, and each and every time they just seem to come out on top. And if you're ever wondering, why do you pay a little bit more for an Olight? Well, it has a lot to do with that build quality. It has a lot to do with their attention to detail when it comes to providing a stupidly solid product. I love my Olight collection. Even though it is small, I also have an Olight Baton Mini, and it's a great flashlight as well. But these bigger lights are really starting to get me into it, because it used to be that to get a light that was this powerful, you had to get this big honking mag light and, you know, these big old batteries. And these days, you just pop this on a USB charger and call it good. So yeah, let me know, guys. Are you going to take advantage of the sale? This guy is going to be on sale for $62.99, and they will regularly be just shy of $90. They'll normally be $89.99 after the sale. So if you want one of these, I don't suggest waiting. Go ahead, save yourself some money. And if you like anything else on their store that might not already be on sale, you can go ahead and use code REDC or code REDC for an extra 10% off. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you picking one of these up? Have you already picked one up? What do you prefer? I'll catch you on the flip side.